Hey, quick choice. Do you want to drift through life guessing what people really think? Or do you want X-ray vision for human behavior? If you pick the second one, hit subscribe right now, yep, the big red button. Go on, I'll wait. Perfect. In the next few minutes, I'm sharing 14 simple, slightly sneaky tricks from the old-school mastermind, Niccolo Machiavelli. Use them and you'll read your boss, your barista, even your dog walker like an open book. Sound useful? Stick around. If you leave now, you'll never know why Uncle Bob hogs the remote every holiday. One small warning. Please use these powers for good, or at least not for total evil. Your karma, your choice. Oh, and warm up those comment fingers. What human habit has you completely puzzled? Drop it below so we can all swap theories. Grab a drink, adjust your moral compass to mostly harmless, and let's jump in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Picture Florence, 1513. No smartphones, no oat milk lattes, just plague, power plays, and very pointy shoes. Smack in the middle is Niccolo Machiavelli, mid-level civil servant, recently fired, dangerously bored. Instead of rage tweeting, he writes the prince a spicy little handbook on how to handle people when everyone is armed and HR hasn't even been invented yet. Cue centuries of controversy. Is he a monster, a realist, or the world's first career coach? So why should you modern, caffeine-powered, probably wearing sweatpants, listen to him? 2 reasons. First, human wiring hasn't upgraded since the Renaissance. We still crave status, security, and a slice of the pie that's slightly bigger than the next person's. Second, Machiavelli didn't theorize from an ivory tower. He observed actual politicians backstabbing one another in real time. His notes read like the director's commentary on human nature-less Hogwarts magic. More watch where the daggers are. Think of him as your brutally honest friend who tells you there's spinach in your teeth and also explains how the spinach got there and how to profit from it. Sure, he's a bit cynical, but cynicism is just optimism with a helmet, right? Use his insights and you'll stop asking, why did Karen hijack my project? And start spotting the warning signs before Karen schedules that mysterious alignment meeting. Here's the punchline. Whether you aim to lead, survive office politics, or simply decode your cousin's passive-aggressive group texts, Machiavelli's lens helps you predict moves like chess, not checkers. Do you really want to keep guessing why people do what they do? Or would you rather understand the hidden levers and maybe pull a few yourself? Speaking of hidden levers, which modern situation, work, dating, family dinners, feels the most medieval to you? Drop your story in the comments so we can sympathize together. If Machiavelli had TikTok, his viral soundbite would be, "It's better to be feared than loved." But then here's the twist that gets left out of the gladiator movies. He never said only feared. He basically meant, if you can't pull off both, fear is the safer bet. Why? Because love is conditional. People love you until you raise prices, forget birthdays, or post pineapple on pizza memes. Fear, though, that sticks around like the smell of burnt popcorn. Now, before you order a velvet cape and start practicing maniacal laughter, know this. Machiavelli's real point is about predictability. Fear runs on clear rules people avoid pain. Love runs on fickle vibes today's fan can be tomorrow's 1-star reviewer. When you're reading someone, look for their default setting. Do they chase approval or dodge discomfort? Clock that, and you'll forecast their next move faster than Netflix can cancel a promising show. Here's a mini game. Think of 2 people you know. One who needs everyone to like them, and one who keeps folks slightly nervous. Which one controls the room more often? Machiavelli says the edge goes to nervous maker because uncertainty pulls attention like a black hole. But there's a sweet spot, respected and a little feared, like a teacher who jokes around, but can silence the class with one eyebrow raise. Aim for that mix in your own vibe reading. If someone only leverages fear, expect rebellion when the threat weakens. If they bank solely on love, watch for meltdown the first time fans turn fickle. Question for the comments. In your life, who nails the respect plus healthy fear balance? And do they know you just nominated them? Machiavelli didn't have MRI scanners or TED Talks, but he had top-tier people-watching skills and surprise. Modern psychology keeps proving him right. Think of this section as Google Maps for human behavior. We read dropping pins where 16th century advice overlaps with 21st century brain science. First pin, the halo effect. Machiavelli said rulers must seem virtuous even when they're plotting. Today, psychologists tell us the same thing. If someone looks competent, sharp suit, confident voice, we assume they are competent. Your brain takes one shiny detail and fills in the whole coloring book. So when you're reading people, ask, is this halo real? Or is it just good lighting and nice cologne? Second pin, loss aversion. Niccolo noticed folks fight harder to keep what they have than to gain something new. Modern economists slapped a name on it and won a few prizes. Watch how someone reacts when a perk is threatened: parking spot, Wi-Fi password, emotional support water bottle, and you'll see their true priorities faster than any LinkedIn headline. Third pin, confirmation bias. Our Florentine friend warned princes to control information flow because people believe whatever fits their story. Fast forward 500 years, and the internet is basically a giant told you so machine. When judging someone's decisions, peek at the echo chamber they live in: news feeds, friend circles, even Spotify playlists. It's like reading their instruction manual. Fourth pin, the spotlight effect. Machiavelli knew most people are busy starring in their own movie. Social scientists now prove we overestimate how much others notice us. So if a coworker skips your brilliant joke, they're likely stressing about their own lunch salad, not secretly plotting against you. Why does any of this matter? Because the 14 tactics you're about to learn plug directly into these brain bugs. Understand the bug, predict the behavior, choose the right tactic. Boom, you're psychic, or at least very well informed. Quick poll for the comments. Which bias trips you up most? Halo, loss aversion, confirmation, or spotlight? Admit it below so the rest of us can feel better about our own mental glitches. Tactic 1. The power of appearances. People decide who you are in the first 5 seconds. Then spend the next 5 years defending that snap judgment. Use it. Clothes, tone, the way you hold a coffee mug, all of it edits the trailer they run in their heads. Want authority? Stand tall, speak slow, keep gestures tidy. Want approachability? Loosen posture. Add small nods. Smile with your eyes, not your teeth. When you read others, map the gap between their look and their setting. A hoodie at the board meeting? Rebel or genius? A 3-piece suit at the barbecue? Image architect or undercover accountant? The mismatch is the message. Spot it, decode it, act accordingly. Tactic 2. Fear beats love. Machiavelli's famous line boiled down: if you must choose, pick fear. It's stickier. In practice, you're hunting for a person's main avoidance trigger. Some dodge shame, others dodge risk, a few dodge boredom. Watch what makes them flinch: a delayed email reply, public criticism, loss of perks. When you see the flinch, you've seen the lever. Treat fear like fire, powerful, contained, and never left unattended. Reading fear lets you predict overcorrections. The risk-averse colleague will double-read contracts. The praise-hungry cousin will overpromise favors. Their dread writes tomorrow's calendar. Tactic 3. Assume relentless self-interest. Call it cynical. Call it accurate. Everyone, even the saintly ones, runs a what's in it for me app in the background. Decode that script and you'll predict them like weather. Translate lofty mission statements into self-interest. Empowering communities might mean political capital. Work-family balance might mean Fridays off. When you present an ask, frame it in their currency, not yours. When you're watching an ask, track whose currency is being spent. Whoever pays least usually wins the round. Self-interest isn't evil. It's oxygen. Spot where the tank is, and you'll know where they're headed. Tactic 4. Past behavior equals crystal ball. Forget fancy psych tests. People's track records are the cheat sheet. Chronic latecomer? Schedule a buffer. Chronic idea stealer? Document everything. Look for patterns, not one-offs. The friend who cancels twice may just be busy. The friend who cancels every third event is running a script. Pattern spotting works downward too. If someone rescued a floundering project once, they'll probably do it again when the stakes spike. Keep your personal spreadsheet. History may not repeat perfectly, but it hums the same tune. Tactic 5. Chameleon mode mirroring, copying posture, pace, even vocabulary drops defenses faster than free Wi-Fi. Machiavelli called it hiding intentions. Modern psychology calls it the social glue of rapport. You don't need to become a sweaty mon. Subtle syncs are enough. Match their energy level. Borrow key phrases. Reflect emotions. While reading someone, notice who they mirror. People unconsciously copy the highest status or most useful person in the room. Find the mirror. Find the influence chain. Warning: over-mirroring turns creepy fast. Think jazz improv, not karaoke clone. Tactic 6. The scapegoat release valve. Groups bond by blaming something or someone when plans tank. Smart leaders offer a non-essential part to burn instead of the whole engine. When you witness sudden blamestorms, watch who nominates the goat and who nods first. That shows power lines better than any org chart. If you become the scapegoat, own only what's fair, redirect to solutions, and walk away before the bonfire spreads. If you're tempted to nominate a goat, remember, burnt offering smoke drifts back eventually. Choose your firewood wisely. Tactic 7. Divide and conquer humans. Clique naturally sports fans. Coding languages, yes pineapple versus no pineapple. A divided crowd spends energy sideways, not upward. To read a room, map the microtribes. Who lunches together, who Slack team is late, who shares memes. Predict alliances by common enemies or shared aspirations. Want to steer results? Float an idea that benefits Tribe A and watch Tribe B counter with its own. You're not causing chaos. You're clocking inevitable gravity and stepping aside, or nudging the angle a degree or two. Tactic 8. Calibrated carrots and sticks. Some folks sprint for gold stars. Others run only when chased by deadlines. Test with low-stakes probes. Praise a tiny task. Note response. Mention a soft penalty. No tension. Reward lovers glow under compliments. Penalty dodgers perk up at guardrails. Calibrate accordingly. Over-reward and you breed entitlement. Over-threaten and you breed quiet quitting. Reading their ratio prevents both. When you need motivation, know your own slider. No shame in external carrots if that's your engine. Tactic 9. Control the information flow. People act on what they hear first. Most often, and most recently, 3 chances to steer perception. When scanning a situation, note who sets meeting agendas, who writes recaps, who forwards for visibility. That's the info valve. If facts drip through one gatekeeper, expect their framing to color every opinion downstream. Double-check sources, triangulate data, keep receipts. If you're the valve, stay factual, or risk boomerang distrust later. Information is like water pressure, invisible until a pipe bursts. Tactic 10. Flattery detector's flattery is persuasion's wrapping paper. Helpful when sincere, tacky when perfumed with desperation. Read it by timing. Honest praise arrives when nothing's needed. Manipulative praise shows up right before a request. Also watch specificity. "You're so smart" could fit anyone. "Your concise slide saved me 30 minutes" feels real. When you must flatter, make it bank grade. Precise, earned, and detachable from any immediate ask. Your compliment should stand even if the conversation ends there. When in doubt, replace flattery with gratitude. It seasons better. Tactic 11. Strategic generosity, small favors build big bridges. Machiavelli advised princes to throw public feasts. Modern pros send helpful links or coffee vouchers. Key is timing. Gift before you need leverage, not after. The receiver's sense of debt is strongest while the favor is fresh. Reading generosity works the same. Notice who gives freely versus transactionally. Chronic givers collect goodwill credits. Chronic takers collect side-eye. Balance your own ledger too. Many unreturned favors breed either martyrdom or suspicion. Tactic 12. Preemptive strikes. See a storm forming? Move first. Machiavelli warned rulers to squash threats early. Modern CEOs call it first mover advantage. Early action doesn't mean aggression. It can be transparency, data release, or simply booking the meeting before rumors spread. When analyzing someone, note if they prefer waiting or pouncing. Habitual waiters telegraph caution. Habitual pouncers telegraph insecurity or vision, depending on success rate. If you must strike first, be surgical. Solve the root issue, leave minimal collateral gossip. Tactic 13. The theater of power loves a stage. Corner offices, keynote spots, verified badges, symbols that shout, "I matter." Machiavelli told princes to perform mercy and strength in public. Today's version is social media wins and open-door policies nobody uses. To read power plays, track venue choice. Who speaks first? Who gets spotlight? Who stands versus sits? Physical cues still drum louder than email threads. When you need to project authority, script your stagecraft. Clear statements, deliberate pauses, visible follow-through. Props optional, authenticity mandatory. Tactic 14. Exit strategy sense. Watch how people leave jobs, relationships, even parties. It predicts how they'll treat you at the end of a project. Graceful exits signal foresight. Scorched earth exits signal ego wounds and future repeating patterns. When partnering, ask indirect questions about their last departure. The story's tone is the tell. Plan your own exits early. Finishing well leaves doors open and reputations shiny. As Machiavelli might phrase it, the last impression sticks longer than the first handshake. Quick reality check. These tactics describe what often works, not universal law. Mix, match, adapt. And since you asked for fewer comment prompts, no big ask here. Just keep mental notes on which ones feel most useful. Time for a quick mirror check. Before you go full Renaissance supervillain, pause and ask, what's my endgame? Using these tricks, I say evil, just a weapon. But think of ethics as the seatbelt on this psychological sports car. Buckle it, and you can speed responsibly. Skip it, and every sharp turn risks collateral damage. A few guardrails. Consent by context. If people expect persuasion sales calls, negotiations play ball. If they don't, therapy sessions, friendships tread lighter than a cat on bubble wrap. Mutual benefit greater than extraction. Leave the other person better off, or at least not worse. That's the difference between influence and exploitation. Transparency exit. If your strategy were leaked tomorrow, would you be proud, sheepish, or subpoenaed? Aim for proudish. Long game lens. Machiavelli wrote for rulers who wanted to keep ruling. Short-term wins that nuke trust will haunt you like a dial-up modem sound. Bottom line. Tactics are tools. Character is the user manual. Keep yours updated, and you'll steer clear of the cartoon villain mustache wax. Take a breath. You've just downloaded 14 crowd-tested hacks that make a tarot deck look like a children's coloring book. Now let's stitch them into one practical game plan you can roll out at your next team meeting, networking mixer, or if you're feeling brave family reunion. Step 1. Scan the room. Walk in quietly and clock appearances. Who's overdressed? Who's underdressed? Who's perfect fit comfy? That 5-second scan sets your working hypotheses. You're not judging. You're gathering data. Step 2. Identify the levers. Listen for fear verses, love cues, and the self-interest soundtrack. The intern who triple-checks every detail fears mistakes. The sales rep who high-fives strangers craves applause. Slot each person into approval seeker, risk dodger, or status climber. No spreadsheets required mental sticky notes will do. Step 3. Cross-check with history. Before you act, replay past behavior. Remember who ghosted last quarter's planning session or who rescued the budget at 11 p.m. Patterns trump gossip. Step 4. Choose your mask. Activate Chameleon Mode. Mirror just enough energy to sync no full cosplay. If the vibe is tense, lower your voice. If it's boisterous, widen gestures. Like Bluetooth pairing, you only need 70% match for a solid connection. Step 5. Watch the blame thermostat. Projects wobble, scapegoat surface. If heat rises, redirect focus to solutions before the goat roast starts. Bonus. People remember the calm one who skipped the pitchfork. Step 6. Map alliances. Divide and conquer intel tells you which clusters sway group votes. Position your idea where it gains the most nods with the least noise. Step 7. Adjust incentives. Deploy the right carrot or stick. Praise the praise junkie in public. Give the deadline sprinter a ticking clock. Tiny tweaks, big compliance. Step 8. Manage the narrative. Own the recap email or group chat summary. Facts are solid. Framing is fluid. Shape, don't spin. Step 9. Give genuine credit. A precise compliment before an ask buys goodwill. Make it earned, specific, and short. Step 10. Bank goodwill early. Offer a favor long before you'll need one. Think I saved you a seat rather than I saved your entire project at 3A. Small greater than grand. Step 11. Move first when it matters. If you sense a wave building, launch your board. Early action beats flawless timing. Step 12. Mind the stagecraft. Stand where eyes naturally land. Clear voice, steady tempo. Power is contagious when presented cleanly. Step 13. Exit like a pro. When the event winds down, leave graciously. Thank people, share one useful takeaway, and vanish before the cleanup guilt kicks in. Your last impression becomes tomorrow's headline. Put together, these steps form a loop. Observe gives diagnose, gives nudge, gives review. Run it subtly, and you'll navigate social jungles with James Bond, calm minus the dry martini budget. All right, cunning crew, let's land this Machiavellian playing without denting the runway. Quick recap in warp speed. Appearances fool, fear sticks, self-interest rules, the past predicts, camouflage charms. Goats distract, tribes divide, carrots and sticks steer, gatekeepers frame, precise praise pays, early favors bank, first moves matter, theater sells, exits echo. You now hold more social cheat codes than a 90s Game Shark. So what now? Simple, use one tactic today. Pick the lowest risk arena coffee shop, daily stand-up, or your dog's bark park politics, and test drive a single tool. Watch what shifts. Tiny fieldwork beats giant theory. If it blows up, good news. You've earned a story. If it works, even better. Repeat, refine, and remember the ethical speed bump. We're building strategic Jedi here, not cartoon Sith. And hey, if learning to read people like bus schedules made you even 1% savvier, click that thumbs up so the mysterious algorithm overlord knows we're worth showing to other curious minds. Smash subscribe if you want the sequel. how to defend against these tactics, because Jedi need shields too. Bell icon? Optional, but it does add a charming ding. Sharing is caring. Drop this video in your group chat and see who suddenly treats you like you've swallowed a lie detector. Watching them squirm is today's bonus prize. Last thing, promise. Which tactic feels most uncomfortable and why? Mull it over. Discomfort usually hides your biggest growth spurt. Thanks for lending me your ears and your plot twists. Until next time, keep your curiosity sharp and your conscience reasonably polished. Fade out.